Hello everybody, Elemental Designs here, and today I have an awesome share for you guys. I went on eBay a couple weeks back and I found these awesome deals on stamps and dies. They come from China, and I received my first package today. I do have a couple more coming and I will review them as I get them. But the first thing that I got was this awesome stamp set. And let me just get the bag, because I did actually there was no bag for this one, I believe. I think it just came like that. Was there? Nope. There was. Okay. So this is the number, let's see if it'll focus, for this one that I bought. And I bought both items from the same person. I'm gonna leave their link in the description below in case you want to check them out. But I paid, I think it was like $3.24 for these stamps. And I'm very wary when I buy stamps, especially from China, because I did get a really bad deal. It was a cheap price, but I got what I paid for, because the stamps that I got were these fairy stamps, and I bought all of them. And they were actually very oily, and they just had like this residue that kept coming off of them. Still to this day, they got this residue that comes off of them. But these are actually pretty good. They don't have the residue. They're pretty dry. Sorry about that. I had to check on my daughter who just got home. But as I was saying, these are really good. They're really thick, as you can see, and the design is awesome. So I'm really happy with this purchase, and I paid $3.24 and free shipping, and I believe it's been what, not even 2 weeks, and I got them. So it was actually pretty good. Now the second thing that I purchased from this buyer, I mean from the seller, sorry, because I'm the buyer, is this die. I don't know if you can see it very well. Here's the number for this. Little focus. And again, I'm gonna leave the name to the person that I bought this from on the description below. And I made a quick cut just to make sure that, you know, the product was what the product was supposed to be. And more or less, let me see, I have another one here. Where are you? And I just took it out because I was going to show you guys. Well, this is on 110-pound paper. So the paper is actually a little bit thicker. It's more like that chipboard material. It actually cut all the way through. It's just I have to show you guys more or less what I did, because I am going to run one real quick so that I can show you what I did to get it out of the die. Because that's the one disappointing thing with the die, is that, I don't know if you can tell on the back, there's no poke holes. So the only poke holes that you have is the actual pieces that come off, but there's no other ones to remove the inlay. So I had to do a little trick with the duct tape. That's why I have the duct tape on top of my little Cuttlebug here. But I would like to show you, if I can find it, what I did. So just bear with me. I'll be right back. Okay, so I found it. So let me get some paper so that I can show you. Okay, we'll use this. But as you can see, it has more of like an embossed, it does cut little, you know, the little areas, but it doesn't really, you know, cut them out like this. So it's more of the flower itself is the cutter, and everything else is more like embossed, you would say. But it's still pretty cute. And I did this one. This is the one that I did with one of the papers from the 6x6 pad. So that's how this one looks. And then this is the one that I did with the 110-pound paper. And I have to get those out. But I'm going to show you a trick, because it was somewhat of a pain for me to get the dies out, to get the paper out of the die. So we're going to go ahead and use this cardstock again. And I do a lot of cutting, as you can see, my boards are all discombobulated. I have to get some new ones. So I'm just going to place the die in there. Come on, paper. Work with me. And just cut a little bit of this edge off, because the edge is a little extra. Okay, so I got my die in there. I'm going to put my C-plate on top. And actually, what I did with this one, just to make sure that it cuts through, I just added the backing, the cardboard backing from the paper pad, just to make sure it goes through. Sandwich that in there. And yes, my nails still are not done. They will be soon. But I have to get all these things done. And when I got this package today, I stopped everything and I was like, okay, I gotta check this out, because I did buy a few more since the price is so good. I paid the same thing, $3.24 for that die. And I do have other ones coming in. I mean, the size is a good size, since they're going to be mostly going on cards and things like that. So did it cut all the way through? Yes, it did. So the edges is not so much of the problem. I would say that the bigger problem comes in with the image itself, with the part that you want to be able to kind of take out of there. So as you can see, it does cut the image out, you know, the silhouette pretty good, and you can easily kind of pop those out. So I'm just gonna go ahead and kind of shimmy my little nail into those, and I'm gonna get my little needle and just kind of pop them out a little bit. I don't want to pop them all the way out. You just want to give them a nice little tap. The ones that come out, come out. Okay. But now what we're gonna do is, I guess, where the magic kind of comes into play. And hopefully I cut this. I ran this enough through, which I don't think I did. I'm gonna run it one more time, you guys, because I don't think that actually cut all the way through in the places I needed it to cut through. So like I said, you know, you get what you pay for, but it's not that bad for $3, even if you have to fuzz with it just a little bit. So I'm gonna go ahead and just run that through one more time. Hopefully now I've cut through everything. Do I see them? Let's see. Let's see if these pop out. Nope. One more time, you guys. Hopefully 100th time is the charm. And I'm probably not using all the proper plating and stuff, because I know that they have like other mats and stuff like that that you could probably use. Those magnetic mats where the die actually sticks to it. I might have to get one of those to use these dies. Now I know that the other ones that I have coming, I did see in the picture that they do have those little punch holes. So okay, so just make sure that you run it through to the point where you can actually see, you know, the complete I don't know if you can, if it'll focus, something black. Hopefully that'll help out. But you can see all the little gray areas. You can see that a little bit better. So I'm gonna go ahead and try to punch these out. What's it with my needle? So these bigger ones, easy peasy, right? Just pop those out. You don't want to pop them all out completely, like I said. You do want to leave some of them in there, only because when you apply the tape, it just makes it easier to pull the whole thing out. So this is kind of what I did. and hopefully it works and I don't just end up popping up. And what you want to do is just kind of raise the die itself. Let's get another piece of paper, another piece of tape. And yeah, it's a little bit of a challenge. You know, I would say that's the number one defect of this die. Actually, it's the only real defect of this die, because if they actually put at least a few little markers here and there where you can punch through, it would allow. But you see how you stick it and it kind of lifts it up just a little bit. That's more or less what you need. And then just try to stick it, and hopefully it'll grab. But as long as you got some kind of an opening, then you can go ahead and, you know, add a little tool. A needle works well for me. You might have something else that'll kind of help you separate that from the die. So like I said, I mean, once I get a little bit better at working with them, most likely it'll become more of a breeze, because I just think that it's technique over anything as far as getting these things out. And I literally got them maybe half hour ago, not even. And the first thing that I thought of was actually you know, doing this review and letting you guys know that there are some deals out there when it comes to metal dies. You just kind of have to look for them. And I got this through eBay, which I'm pretty sure that other places that are like eBay are going to start having these metal dies. But shop around. And a leaf got stuck there, but that's not too bad, because I could most likely pop that out, and yes I can. And here we go. And I could always just glue that on, so that's not a big deal. But yeah, just pop out these little things. Where is there another one right there? But overall, for $3.24, you guys, it's hot, so you might sweat a little bit, but if you do them in the winter, you'll be just fine. But it came out pretty good. It came out pretty good. And this is on a thicker paper. And I don't know if you can see the rivets inside, but you know, it's got a pretty good depth, and it's you know, it's pretty sturdy. Besides, the thinner areas obviously are going to be a little bit more bendy, but it's not that bendy actually. It's pretty sturdy. I would buy from them again, now that I know how to get the paper off the die. Now, if I wouldn't have been able to do that, then most likely I would have been asking for a refund, but I won't actually. I'm going to keep it like that. Isn't that pretty? Wouldn't that just look wonderful on a card, or, I mean, pretty much almost any project you can make with the little birdie, the little flower. I mean, you could put some paper behind that, and or you could even, the little pieces that come out, you know, pop them up with some little pop-ups or something and just make it more 3D. You can overlay them with each other, I mean, and make them more 3D, create a sticker out of it. I mean, there's just so many things that you can do. Watercolor these, you know, paint them however you wish. But yeah, I just wanted to show you guys, and I hope that you like it. And I'm gonna leave the link to the store where I got these from on eBay online, and I paid $6.88, I believe, free shipping, and I got them in less than 2 weeks. So I mean, for me, it was very well worth the money. So I just wanted to show you. Bye guys, see you later. Well, not see you, talk to you later.